There's always an unseen hand. Solutionary's Maj Toure here. I looked at all of the Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf, and not even just those guys, but the way that people on the right or pundits or bots on the right are packaging black people generally because of this unfortunate tragedy. No information, no facts, no real facts that come out other than the initial police report. And I'm just watching this amazing decay and destruction of the unity that maybe Donald Trump created as far as like Democrats and black people, brown people going in the Republican space. Because most of the people that are saying this are Republican. And this does not mean that every single bot is a real person, but it does mean some of these people, 1,000%, that are advocating for this racial divide, in my experience, they're more right-leaning. And it's just unfortunate. And it kind of like saddened me, right? I'm looking at them say things like fucked up racist shit. And I don't mean just like you call everything racist because you don't like that they voted for Trump. I mean like monkey, nigger, chip, all of this other whatever, right? And it made me think about the movie Batman with Heath Ledger. There was a scene in the movie where there was regular civilians and a bunch of on boats, civilians on one boat and convicted criminals on another boat, and they was trying to get them out of there because things was going crazy, but they were on two ferries going across the river or whatever. And the Joker got into the comms and said, hey, listen, there's a box, and that box has a detonator, and it blows up the ship that y'all can see over there. And there's also a detonator on the other side, and that detonator can blow up your boat. And there's somebody over there that has a detonator, just like you got the detonator, and you can blow this side up. His goal was to get them so riled up that they hit the detonators. And God bless the dead, Tiny Zeus Lister was one of the people that was on the like felon, like the criminals boat. And he saw that people, they were having arguments about, no, they this, they that, and just fighting back and forth. And the one guy was like, I'll do it. And he couldn't really do it. And so Zeus, he took the detonator from the guy and said, I know you can't do it, but I can. And he took it from him not to blow the other boat up of civilians, but he took it from him to not be responsible for that death. Because there was a lot of death that person, whoever hit that detonator, would be responsible for. And both sides of the boat just stopped for a minute and thought, and went, well, if they blow up the side, our side, then they're gonna do it, but I'm not gonna be the person responsible for blowing up the other side. In that moment, when they will be frenzied into fear and blowing up something because the other side is out to get them, what happened that was so amazing was they just stopped and they thought about it and they evaluated what their principles actually were. Meaning Zeus and the other civilian on the other boat, and the Joker expected both of them to blow the boats up because that's what he wanted. Both of those sides heard the Joker's voice over the intercom, but didn't know who he was, really. But the Joker anticipated them just jumping out there and killing the other side. But if both sides hit the detonator, then both sides die. I am giving you guys that story because it's the same thing as what I'm seeing right now. I'm seeing these media pundits become the Joker, trying to get both sides to blow up against each other because they get ad revenue. Their agenda is what gets off. That's what they want. That's what they want. They want that agenda off top. But they're not telling you that. They're just going, yo, it's the war against the whites, it's the war on the blacks, it's the, and everything in between. War, 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 war. Because they want the energy. They want you to blow the other side up. They're not even on the boat. They're nowhere near the boat. They telling you what to do. They're the unseen hand, puppeteering both sides. All of these pundits that talk so much about these communities, it's fucked up, it's this is a culture we can't fix, the blacks, the blah, 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 all of this other shit. They have done absolutely no work in the communities they arguing against. None. They don't do voter outreach in those communities. They don't do community engagement. They don't do, let's do a basic class on what Republicanism is. They haven't even told urban areas that Frederick Douglass, the abolitionist, was a Republican. They don't even tell that. So they've done none of the work, none of the outreach, none of the education, none of the information. All they do is hop behind these phones and these cameras, and they just say these things to keep both sides wanting to blow each other up so they can get the ad revenues and whatever that is, clicks, whatever. There is a lot of money in chaos. And when the media became you when you have more access and can become the media. You can make a video and it can go super viral. You are the media now. But the media is also the most effective devil in America as well. And they're using that. I know I'm going on a bit of a tangent. The second thing to me was, damn, these people that some of them I had dinner with. Some of them I've sat down with. I said, this is what we're doing in these communities. And they completely ignored that. Don't put no resources behind it. Won't support it. But will critique the minority of bad people in these communities. And it's reverse. There's the race baiters on the black side, right? The Democrat side. They go, oh, yeah, everything is white supremacy. Everything's white supremacy. Haven't engaged white people. Haven't even talked to the white people that live in their same communities. The Bronx, Philly, Detroit, da-da-da-da-da. My point in saying that is the race baiting with no support is insane, and it started to make me upset because we've been doing this work at BGM for however many years, 8 years at this point, 7, 8 years. All of our classes, conflict resolution, de-escalation, firearm safety, and going back to the Austin Metcalf and Carmelo Anthony situation, that was 1,000% a conversation about conflict resolution. 1,000% on whatever side you want to talk about. If I could have jumped in either one of their bodies and been like, hey, this ain't the way to do it, and give them a direction of avoidance, de-escalation, and resolving, I would have. This has been our work along with firearm safety, along with yoga. We're not teaching yoga because we think it's cool. We're teaching yoga because it's a way for people to slow down, have control, and master their body and their mind. So we've done all of these classes, and all of these people, that some that I've met, have not supported in one fucking solitary way. They're talking the race divide and the narrative. They are the devils. Or they're using that devil's work to generate resources. You don't have to have a whole network. They can just be what they are. So I got upset about that. I was like, I got fucking mad. Now mind you, I've distanced myself from the vast majority of these people on the left and the right, politically. But it just made me mad for a second. And then I started thinking, Maj, what the fuck you mad for? What you gonna do about it? So this is what we're gonna do this weekend. If you're a person that recognizes that what I'm saying is true and you haven't supported our work, all of our classes for years have been free. The remainder of that money is buying our building. This weekend, we're going to try to raise $98,000. It's damn near impossible, but it could be done. But doing it by the people that want to say, I don't like this race-based narrative on both sides. This is what we're putting the call out for everybody to do. It's not my money, because I know some of you motherfuckers are going to say that. Ironically, the people that's attempting to try to do the race-based narrative, make money off of it, I haven't made any fucking money off of this shit. But it will help our country, help our cities that we say need the fucking work. That's the work that we've been doing. Stop the bleed, conflict resolution, de-escalation, right there. Austin Metcalf's alive with a mastery of those things alone. My point is, we're going to try to raise $98,000 this week. If you can be a $100 donor, great. Every $100 donor, you're going to get a lifetime membership to the Solutionary 9, shooting drills, civics, understanding imminent threat, conflict resolution. All of the classes online, you get access to those, and the curriculums. You get your own personalized link to sell the merch, 15% commission. All of the things that come with the Solutionary 9, meal plans, workout routines, shooting drills, all of that. That's for being a donor at the $100 level or more. You can't give at the $100 level. Don't give whatever you can. We have to do a showing that the American people, just like when we voted for Trump, the American people don't want the division. I don't see Trump getting out there talking about, yeah, Carmelo Anthony's it was race. I don't see him doing that. At best, he's being quiet about it. But anyway, let's not destroy the inroads that the real MAGA movement, which is about unity, healing, all that other type of shit, let's not destroy that. Let's do a big show of like, yo, this is what we need, this is what we support, and I'm asking you all to do two things. Donate, obviously at the $100 level, get the lifetime membership, donate whatever you can, and just repost this. Quote, post it if you're on X, Facebook, whatever. Just say, hey, this is what it's about. This is what the direction our country needs to go. Our country needs unity and healing. And I'm telling y'all, these pundits on the left and the right, they are not doing God's work. Prove me wrong in the comment section if you think so. GiveSendGo.com/solutionary is where I'm going to ask everybody to donate this weekend. I'm going to be giving donor shouts to everybody that donates to the $100 level or more. And I just thank you all. But I had this moment of clarity and I wanted to share this with y'all. But anyway, GiveSendGo.com/solutionary. Support the work. I appreciate you all. Be safe. Be solutionary.